I'm obsessed with dogs. I always have been ever since I was little. Whenever my mom sent me outside to play, you'd never see me riding a bike or throwing around a ball. You'd see me going down my street house to house and sitting on my neighbor's driveway and just petting their dogs for hours. I also have a dog of my own. Her name is Sophie, and getting her was the greatest day of my entire life. She's had a huge effect on my life and my whole family's life. Whenever I need to de-stress or just get away from homework or just need a moment to myself, I put on her leash and we go for a walk, and getting fresh air is all I need to help me get through my day. So today I want to tell you a story about how I learned how much my dog cares about me, which made me care about her so much more, and why I think it's important to adopt dogs from shelters. So one day, a few weeks after we got my dog, she was still just a little puppy. It was raining outside, and we knew that she was such a rambunctious puppy that she still needed to get her exercise. So my brother and I got out a little remote control car, and we drove the car around our house, and she would chase it, and she would freak out, and she was so scared of it, and she thought it was something dangerous, and she was barking at it constantly. And then when it was time to clean up and put the toy away, I went over to pick it up, and she ran in between me and the car, and she was pulling on my pant legs with her teeth, trying to get me to go away. And then she decided to go over to her leash, and she picked up her leash with her mouth, and she brought it over the car, and she tried to put the leash onto the car. I believe she knew that the leash stops her from going where she wants to go, so she figured she could do the same with the toy car. And this moment made me realize how much she cares about me, and I'm sure that if you have a dog, you've had a moment like that with your dog as well. And my dog isn't the only dog that's helped me de-stress. At school, we have dogs come in during finals week, and we pet them between breaks, and they really help us de-stress. And it's really great because it helps me stay calm for my next test. So seeing how much these dogs help us, it makes me really sad to see how some of them are treated. About 3.9 million dogs end up in shelters every year in the US alone, and my dog Sophie was one of those dogs. And these dogs sometimes end up in shelters because they've been abused and abandoned, and it's really awful what they have to go through. So that's why I believe in supporting no-kill shelters. The first thing you can do to support no-kill shelters is to donate to them. Donating just a small amount will really help them, because without the funding and the staff, they can't take care of that many dogs. And the next thing you can do is volunteer. Volunteering is super important because they always need help walking the dogs, cleaning the cages, and it really helps the dogs have a better quality of life in the shelter. I believe in only volunteering at no-kill shelters, and one of those shelters that I've been to is Paws Chicago. Last year, I spent an entire day shadowing everything that's involved with Paws Chicago, including the business side, meeting the CEO, and just seeing all the people that work within the shelter and the animals every day. It was amazing to see how sustainable they kept their business. But the reason that they are able to stay open is because people continue to adopt these dogs. It's extremely important to adopt dogs from shelters, because without adopting them, they'd have nowhere to go, and we'd have no room to take care of more dogs. So getting my dog from a shelter was an amazing experience. And you might think, well, oh, I don't have time for a dog, or dogs are too much energy for me. If you go to a shelter, there are plenty of older dogs that still need homes that could be perfect for your lifestyle. If you are allergic to dogs, there are hypoallergenic dogs that don't shed. There's truly a dog for everyone. So that's why I believe everyone should get out there and adopt. Thank you.